Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of The Have and the Have Nots, Season 7, Episode 8. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Now, y'all, I'm going to try my best to not to go in too hard on Tyler, but it was some of these scenes to where I know we was all feeling like, what are we doing here? This makes no sense at all. What's going on? So let's go ahead and get to it. David walked in on Jeffrey Madison and in the throes of passion. David don't know what to do with himself. Jeffrey don't know what to do with himself. Madden was like, what's the big deal? My whole thing is y'all couldn't have locked the door. We couldn't have done that. Before we get into the throes of passion, we couldn't go over there and lock the door right quick. Anyway, you in your daddy's house, so that means you should have your door locked if you over here trying to be in the throes of passion. Jeffrey, he don't know what to do with himself. Madison feels like it's not a big deal since David knows he's gay. I'm pretty sure David wouldn't have wanted to walk in on Jeffrey having sex with a girl, and I'm pretty sure Jeffrey wouldn't have wanted his daddy walking on him if he was with a girl. It was the fact that my daddy caught me in the throes of passion. As we was getting it in, I look over and me and my daddy made eye contact. That's the whole issue right there. Like, don't no parent want to walk in on their child having sex. They just don't. And then to make things worse, like Madison just gets up, don't take a shower, don't do nothing because he got to go to work. Now he's trying to make small talk with David. And David, he is like trying to do everything but talk to Madison and or make eye contact with Madison after what he has just seen. He's all in his books, Madison, like, how your back feeling? You need me to change your back dressings? How you doing, Mr. Harrington? And when Jeffrey comes down, David don't know exactly. It's like he forgot how to walk. He was like, I'm going to the kitchen. I don't want to talk about it. Then he started to go upstairs and forgot that he was going to the kitchen because he don't know what to do with himself. He didn't just saw what first of all, I don't know how that was going on, but we're not even going to get into that because I don't want you two to flag me. But David don't know what to do with himself. He's embarrassed. Jeffrey's embarrassed. But Madison's like, what's the big deal? The big deal is a parent don't want to see their child having sex. And the child don't want to see their parents seeing them have sex. That's the problem. Now, we're going over to Veronica's house. And, of course, Veronica, she got to be the messy, shady person that she is. She didn't invite Celine into her house and ask her if she wants something to drink. And Celine is like, yeah. She's like, well, go on over there and get it. The drink ain't going to make itself. Like, how do you offer somebody a drink and then make themselves a drink and you a drink as well? Like, really, Veronica, this is what we doing? But I hate her and love her for that all in the same breath. Veronica says she wants to sue Jim for child support, pain and suffering, and all that she had to do through when she was working with him. And, like, Celine doesn't understand why she wants to help her. Like, what are you getting out of this? She's like, I'm getting my life out of this. She didn't say that, but I'm paraphrasing. Being messy and bringing down the criers is my sole mission in life. If I could hurt Jim at any cost, I would do that. That brings me joy. That gives me life. What's your next question? Now, Celine doesn't exactly trust Veronica, and I was like, good, don't trust her. And Veronica's like, you shouldn't trust me because I'm a cold-blooded bitch. So, keep on thinking on that because, yeah, I am not to be trusted. I just, I know you need the money. You working 2 jobs. She don't know that she got fired from one of them. One of her kids is in college. The other one should be in private school. Like, what are you waiting on? Like, this man owes you child support. Back child support, that I don't know really where they gonna get it from because Jim ain't got no money right now. But they don't really know that right now. But I'm like, you gonna have to sell some things, Jim. Do something to get this money to this woman for this back child support, pain and suffering, emotional abuse, what have you. But Veronica, she has been waiting to take Jim down for the longest time. And like, she just gonna use Celine to do it. And she let Celine know, I am using you. If I wasn't getting anything out of this, I wouldn't give 2 poops about you and or your kids. I was like, well, at least she being honest. Now, y'all, this is when one of the scenes that did not make sense to me. Hannah walking into the doggone it to go visit Catherine, and she just in the mix of the cells. She just like there, like she wanted to guard. Like, first of all, why do we have Hannah over here in the cells talking to Catherine. That just don't make no sense at all. I was like, I just didn't get it. Why he's over there talking about he want Hannah to pray for him because he was out of his mind while he was on drugs, and he want to know how Jim is doing, and please tell Jim I'm sorry. I like, she not the good but the best person to be talking to Jim right now because she just put them hands on Jim. And he done probably put guards outside his room and everywhere else, make sure she don't come back in to finish the job. So yeah. Now, I don't know if Wyatt is actually sincere and the drugs and got out of his system, because he's not doing that shaky, twitchy, you can tell he on some type of drug type of situation where he can't formulate his words and he still asks for drugs. He seems remorseful, but like it could be I just need to get out of here so I can get my next fix. But he's talking about something. It was a bad batch of drugs that he got a hold of, and that's why he flipped. And Hannah was like, all drugs is a bad batch. What are you talking about? Catherine, she don't believe that he is remorseful. I was like, I want to believe him, but like you never know. Like drug addicts, they'll do and say anything to get you back in their good graces. So finally, we get Hannah and Catherine into some type of room, even though I was like, this don't seem like this is a best representation of visiting hours for a jail. Like, I be watching Lock Up and stuff like that, so I know a little bit something. But this seems, and I be watching Law and Order SVU, like Criminal Minds, all those shows. This seems like a room to where like it's either an interrogation room or it's a room where you go to talk to your lawyer one-on-one with no cameras and nobody else is in there. This is the type of room this is in. And when I be watching like Lock Up and stuff, when they in prison, they in this whole big open room, look like a big old cafeteria where you go in, you talk to your family, you can get them a hug, y'all can get y'all some snacks from the little snack machine and all that stuff. When you in jail, when I seen the shows, it's like you are on the phone talking to them and there's like a little plexiglass screen between y'all. That's how it usually was, and that's what I was expecting. But then I remember this is in Tyler Perry Land and everything goes. So in Tyler Perry Land, they can go to this room that's usually designated for you talking to your lawyer or you get interrogated, and they get to talking. But anyways, where am I at? Catherine tells Hannah that she's making her the power of attorney over all of her money and her companies. And, she's the only one that she trusts. And she was like, why me? Why not Jim? She's like, I wouldn't give Jim a piece of hair on my head. Like, I trust you. I don't trust him. Let him be the power of attorney my money. He'll take that money and put it in his account and got him control over everything I got. No, ma'am. Not all my family money that we didn't work for and all that stuff. I ain't finna do that. And she says she doesn't need to do anything. It's just if I need some money on my books so I can get me a comb, I can get me, some deodorant, toothpaste, some snacks, I'll just call you for that. Now, Hannah, she's still not too sure of that, but Catherine tells her that Jim is broke and that Candace needs to get that money back to him because, he ain't, got it all in the head and he gonna mess around and kidnap Benny, not Catherine, but Candace, and maybe even you to get that money back. So that girl needs to get that money back. She's like, yeah, I know that, but the thing is, if you want to get a little bit of revenge from him kidnapping Benny and talking about getting Benny killed, Jim gonna have to come to you if he needs some money. If he need to buy him a candy bar, he gonna need to come to you for that money. And that little bit of revenge that you want to get, I was like, I would. The messy part of me, if I was Hannah, I would go to Jim and let him know. First, I would make a copy of it and keep the original, somewhere safe and give him, show him the copy. Look at here, bruh. I am the power of attorney over all of Catherine's monies, states, and companies. How you like me now? And just walk out. That would be some messiness that I want to do. But Hannah, she don't really roll like that. So, yeah. Now, Candace, she talking about she wants to get his money back. And, of course, Benny wants to keep it because, this dude kidnapped me. I was like, this dude did a lot to you. Him and his family. You done got ran down, almost killed because of his son. You done got stabbed because of him. You got kidnapped because of him. He even messed with your, well, that was most for so much of David was messing with your business. This man did a lot to you. So I can understand why Benny wants to keep the money, but it's at the same time, Benny, this man gonna keep on coming to you. I mean, I know you like Wolverine and you like a cat and you just in the Terminator, you just keep on coming back, you know, healed and all. Well, I guess a cat ain't healed. That's more of 9 lives. But like Wolverine, he keep on, he's healing all the time and fast and don't want to die. The Terminator keep on coming back. I know this is not a lot of analogies I'm going on. It was sounding bright in my head, but when it was coming out of my mouth, it didn't make sense. But y'all know what I'm talking about. So, but I'm just thinking Benny has a death wish. Like, what else does this man have to do to you for you to stop wanting to take this man's money? I just don't know. Now, Mitch, he didn't doggone whispered in her ear like, I heard that, you know, Hannah and Catherine, they gave Hannah the power of attorney to your mama. What you over there thinking that in your head? Because I know you got a scheme going on. She's like, no, that is the old Candace. You know, that was Candy Kane. This is Candace now. I'm not thinking about that old Candy Kane back in the day. She would have had, you know, had several ways to get that money from Hannah and put it in some type of account and chucked everybody the deuces. But you know, I'm turning a whole new leaf. I'm doing better. But Mitch over telling her she need to keep that money and Benny will be safe because he's a Malone, baby. And I'm sitting there thinking the Malones, they gonna want Benny, not Benny, they gonna want Mitch to be fully into the family business, not just whenever you need to save Benny's tail. Because if you think about it, Mitch has done everything in his power not to be a part of his family and their criminalistic activities. Now, I know criminalistic is not a word, but if you're new to my channel, I just tend to make up words, and criminalistic seemed like it was a good word to make up, and I've said it before, so y'all just roll with me. He don't want to be a part of their criminalistic ways, but he has had to use his family several times because of Benny. When David had, you know, their phones turned off when they had that little tow yard, Mitch called Grandma Malone. Grandma Malone talked to David and was like, hey, that's my grandson. You messing up, bro. Fix that. When Benny got kidnapped, bam, helped him out there. When the uncles was coming after Benny, Mitch went over there to the Crier's house and got the money to pay off Benny's debt. The debt that he told he should not take from his family, but did it anyway. And when he said he wasn't going to help him, he helped him anyway. So Mitch, they're just going to be like, you're not going to just be using the Malone name when you want to. You're going to have to come over and do some work. All right? Now, Jim telling David, where am I at? Tells David, instead of trying to put Veronica behind bars, you need to go ahead and kill her. She done already tried to kill you twice, got your back blown off, got the woman that you thought you was in love with and thought she was in love with you, she burnt to a crisp somewhere. She done tried to come out to Jeffrey, like, go ahead and kill her. What are you waiting for, sir? Just go ahead and do it. This when Veronica walks in being messy, talking about she's suing Jim for child support. He's like, what you talking about? Then she talking about how she done had sex with Jim before, when he was away on business. And she know that he got a mole up under, like, right up under his belly button. We had sex another time too, but we was drunk. Now, Jim talking about you should have held her head up under water just a little bit more. You know, cockroaches like she is, they could survive 30 minutes underwater. I was like, no, he didn't just call this lady a cockroach. No, he didn't just do that. I was like, yes, he did. He did that. So, you know, she says that I'm representing Celine. And she went for back child support, pain and suffering, and all the abuse that she, you know, had to go through when she was working with you. And he was like, I know this. I know you lying over here. But when she leaves, David looking at him like, so you had sex with Veronica. Jim said he ain't do it, but David says, I believe you did it. But that's cool. I don't really care. And while we over here confessing, I had sex with Catherine. And Jim was like, well, somebody had to have sex with her. I wasn't having sex with her. I was like, y'all so raggedy. Just raggedy. Now, that's the last little bit. Candace and Benny, they go to the bank, and Benny is complaining the whole time how she is stupid for giving this money back to Jim, and it's just plain out stupid. And he doesn't catch what she's doing, but I caught what she was doing because like the lady was like, "Can I get your ID?" He's like, "My ID for?" I was like, "She needs your ID because paperwork is gonna be having your name on it. You're gonna need to sign some things." And that's exactly what happened. Candace transferred $8 into Jim's account and $1 million into Benny's new account that only has his name on it. So Hannah ain't got no say in the money that is in Benny's account. They then went to the sister bank of the bank that where the money is at and did a little transfer there. So like Candace still got like $7 million in her account, even though it should have been Benny and Hannah's account, but we're not gonna go into that again. And Benny got him he got him $1 million. So I don't know. Jim gonna have, like my grandma said, a straw baby with a hay tail when he found out that Candace did not do what she said she was going to do. Now, I don't know where Jim getting this money to pay, these hired men to kidnap folks, because he ain't got no money. But anyway, if that was the gist, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people, and you can come over here and be one of my people. If you're already a family member of one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.